Hey everybody, it's Nicole from Cause We Love to Scrap, and today is Sketch Sunday. That's where me and a couple friends play along with the same sketch. This is the sketch that we are using today. It's by Brenchevia, and here is my take on it. Okay, so I am using the Yankee Doodle collection from Echo Park, and I am using a picture of me and my family from the 4th of July. And the first thing that I do is go through all my papers to see what I have, what I don't have. I guess I don't care what I don't have. And then I wanted to look, I needed to look for both a background paper and for my little rays or starbursts or whatever they're called that are going to go on the right side of the page. Now, the sketch kind of has the rays coming out of the top of the photo and it goes all the way down to the lower right. I just try to keep them on the right side of the photo just because I thought it looked better in my opinion. So that's what I did. And in the sketch, it has the rays going all the way to the side or the edges of the layout, and I'm not going to do that either. I am just going to create a starburst type rays coming out from the right of the photo. Now these are my papers that I'm going to use for the starbursts. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut these down to 1.5 inches by 6 inches. And then I'm going to cut them into like almost a trapezoid, I think is what it's called. A very long trapezoid. And there we go. So there's those. And then I went off screen and I distressed everything. And now here is where I'm going to go ahead and start doing the rays. So first I did try to kind of mimic the sketch with my rays, but then I decided I didn't like the way that they were going, so it changes up. I do go ahead and cut off most of the bottom parts that will be under the photo, just because it's creating a bunch of bulk. So there we go. So here we go. Yep, everything is going to be kind of towards the right now. And I'm just making sure that they're very wonky. Some are a little farther out than others. And I just love the way that this came together. I do go off screen and I went ahead and taped those all down to the background. The photo is still not down yet, but it will get down. I am going to add something here to the left because it is looking pretty barren. So I'm going to use this like a buffalo check or a plaid, and I'm going to put it over here to the left. I'm just going to go ahead and tape that down. And then in the sketch, the title is in the lower left of the corner of the page. So that's where I'm going to make my title. I'm going to use Sweet Land of Liberty sticker, and then I'm going to pop it up on some foam. I was looking to see if I wanted to fussy cut some flowers or whatever, but I decided not to do that. But here's where I go ahead and add the foam to this little sticker. That way it's going to be up a little bit, giving the page some dimension. And I want something to go underneath it, so I do have this flower banner that I've already cut apart, and I'm going to cut some more apart here. Get my fussy cutting scissors out and just cut around some of the little florals. And then I'm going to actually glue this down. And then the other side needed a little bit of fussy cutting, so I did that as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put it down here in the left corner. And I'm going to stick that Sweet Land of Liberty right on top of it. So I love the way that this little cluster is turning out. It is perfect. So I had these little leftover bursts, rays, whatever. And so I decided to add 2 of the blue ones down here to the left of the title. So I'm kind of bringing that same vibe over to the title, and I really love that. So now what am I going to do here? I got some twine. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my starbursts, and I go off screen and glue it down just because you don't need to see me gluing it down. It's not, yeah, I just glue a little here, a little there. And I add it to all 3 of my, well, not all 3 of my clusters, but to the sun rays and then to the title itself. I guess I could have added another one to one of my clusters, but whatever. So this is what's going to happen. I start looking for embellishments. So the embellishments is always the fun part. You just grab from your stash whatever you can find. I have to admit that I do not like Echo Park ephemera or die cuts, so I never buy them. And so I don't have a lot of embellishments to go with them. So I have to go through my stash and find stuff. So this is me going through my stash, looking, finding whatever I can do. That little rose lace, I wind up forgetting all about it. So then towards the end, I will cut the individual pieces off and put them in my, what are they called? Clusters. Here, I'm going to go ahead and put my photo down because I'm liking where everything is going. And I'm not really going to put anything underneath my photo, so that's good. So here, I do have this Scrap and Happy Studio flare. It says, "Oh, happy day," and it is a dark blue. And then I'm also going to add these flowers to my layout. I went off screen and glued them all down. And then I also have those cork bits. So I'm going to add some more little cork down here by the title so that all 3 of my clusters have some cork in it. I myself cut the heart and the chevron, and then I got these little stars from Shadney. Shadney hasn't opened her store for a long time, so I don't know if she's going to be doing it anymore. Now I'm adding some buttons, and I am going to go off screen and glue those down so you don't have to watch me doing that. And then after those are down, I'm going to add some sequins. Now I'm just going to pinch these and plop them down in all 3 of my clusters. And I'm going to go off screen and glue those down, as well as those little rose lace flowers. And to finish off my layout, I'm going to add some white splatters. This is my favorite white splatter. Also, I will have all the products linked down below if they are available at a cherry on top, so you can find them easily. Again, this is a hop I do with my friends, so make sure you check out their videos and see what they did with the sketch. Coming up here, I had to make sure that I added a ton of splatters. I just wanted this splattery. Coming up here is going to be my close-ups, but I do show you the sketch one more time just so that you can see what the difference is between that one and my finished product. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love to have you come back and watch me on my crafty journey. Thank you so much for watching today. Until next time.